Welcome back, you guys, for day 24 of Vlogmas. Here we are, almost at the end, and we're at Austin Ridge Bible Church, up here at the best view in Austin disc golf, top of hole A right now. Austin Ridge was one of the main places that I practiced when COVID first hit. I was coming out here doing some course maintenance, making sure to keep the lines trimmed up and really getting some good practice out here when all the public courses were closed. So this place holds a special spot in my heart. It's a technical, elevation-based track, very unique to the Austin area. Almost mountain golf in a way on some of the holes. Some tight ace runs, some open bombs, over the top, through the tunnels. Got a good variety out here at the Ridge. Hope you guys enjoy. Shake your hands, move your body, I don't know what to do. Starting off with a par 3 here on hole 1, 272 feet. You can shoot it through a technical straight gap with a little bit of finish to the left at the end of your flight, or you can spike it over the top, let it crash in on the trees right over the basket. There's an out of bounds creek playing long and left of this basket, so make sure not to be in that. This one's a tricky one. Going with the Sky Highs there with my Pioneer. Hit, drop straight down. That should be a pretty close putt. Might be a little short. We'll see. Squeaked into birdie on the left side there on hole 1. Really downhill putt. Those are always tough. Here on hole 2 with a par 4, 378 feet. Pretty short, but it's very technical. You gotta go across this creek, up the hill off the first shot. You wanna go straight just about as long as you can, then there's a little bit of a dog leg to the right. If you're off left or right on this one, it can spell disaster and be tough to get a birdie look. Pure it straight, you should have a pretty easy look. About to explore this fairway on a rope line. Oh yeah, slid up through that bunker in the middle. Should have a straight look at the bucket, maybe a little eagle run. Not the most cart-friendly course, but I like to work out. Like I said, this one's short, so if you pure the drive, should be a pretty easy upshot. Got a bit of a limb, tried to give it a bid. Easy birdie. Birdie start out here at the Ridge. Hole 3 is a 528-foot par 4 that dog legs to the left and drops down at the end across a little creek. Beautiful hole, one of the most scenic ones out here, one of my favorites. I kind of found a hack on this hole though. I'm taking my shot over this branch off the tee here, trying to beat the corner up high, kind of cheat the distance here. I put it in the creek. I know it's doable. Looking for that eagle, maybe an ace here. Let's see. Got a little aggressive off the tee, and that's one of the risks of that line. If you miss it, can be punishing. Tucked a little inside here. Gonna have to go any forehand lean out. Hopefully I didn't throw too far into the creek, but I don't know, I heard rocks. That was a good angle though, I like that. Almost hit the long one for the birdie save, but that's what I get for risking it for the eagle. So par cleanup here on 4. I gotta say, this might be my favorite green in all of Austin disc golf. Such a beautiful approach shot. Got the little cliff behind, the stream, all the low trees. Love it here. Hole 4 is our 3rd straight par 4, 510 feet. Shoot it out straight for the first 300 plus. A little bit of bend right at the end. It's perched up on a cliff side on the left side of the fairway. I'm gonna take my Opto Explorer. Just try to play it dead straight as far as I can. Got knocked down by one of those couple last cedar trees going into the chute there. Should be able to manage a birdie or easy par. That tree stopped me in a pretty good spot. Gonna go with a little flex harp forehand. A little too straight, got kicked off to the right. Long putt. A little too much on my birdie putt there. Gotta settle for par. Hole 5's 313 feet. It might be my favorite par 3 out here. Throwing off a little bit of a rise here. Goes down, pretty straight. A little bit of bend left at the end's okay. You got this old cedar structure on the right. Just an aesthetically pleasing hole. Gonna rip on my commemorative faith here. A little bit of headwind, so gotta make sure to put some hyzer on it. Hit it nice and smooth. Oh yeah, slid up right next to the pole. That'll be a drop in. Pretty simple tap in for birdie. If you never got a chance to get one of these O'Reilly Fates, hit me up on Instagram. Maybe we can get one in your hands. Hole 6 is a short but tricky par 3, 168 feet. I'm gonna take a forehand flex with my Justice. Almost hit the angle, got a long one. Always hurts to get a bogey on a sub 200 footer. Gotta shake off that bogey. Always hurts out here. Hole 7's a good chance to do it though. Dead straight, 135 feet. One of the best ace chances in Austin. Going with my faith here. About as painful as a bogey and par can be. All right, time to bounce back from that ugly stretch. Gotta just reset mentally, take a breath, focus on what you can do to be better. Hole 8's a 504-foot par 4. It's a tricky one. You got a cliff kind of cutting off your progress after about 200 to 260 feet. After that, you gotta go up and then kind of weave your way through some trees. Gonna get aggressive on this Explorer here, try to get up onto the top of the cliff. I've only done it once or twice, but really makes the birdie a lot easier. Oh, just barely outside where I needed to be, but might be able to make something happen from there. We'll see. Tricky footing with this loose rock uphill run up here. Going with my Explorer. Good power generated there, but just pulled it a little bit late. Should be an easy par though. Tricky little line here. When you've got those really guarded, awkward looks, just take your time. Make sure you can get somewhere where you can swing your arm a little bit comfortably. This birdie drought's getting to me. About to throw my glory here on hole 9. 351-foot par 3. Classic hyzer shot. This will be the second flight for this glory. A little high, but we got a putt there. Whenever I have a streak of bad holes, I like to tell myself I'm building up the rage meter so I can really crush on a shot at some point later in the round. Hole 10's a perfect opportunity to do so. It's a par 4 at 540 feet. You really got to put it up high to the left here, let it turn to the right most of its flight, maybe settle back to flat, leaving you with a short approach up onto a cliff with the basket perched up there. Ripping on my rive here. Oh, that was such a good rip. It was just a little bit too low. Got knocked down by the trees. Should be able to manufacture a birdie though, probably from there. These last 3 cedar trees knocked down a pretty solid drive. I got a tricky spot. I can't really do a run up with the low branch in my way. And I have to really load into a step shot with a forehand. Made it up to the putting surface. Pretty solid for not being able to use the legs there. There we go. Hole 10's always a good birdie to pick up. Start the back 9 with 1. Time to set it on fire. Hole 11's a tricky one. Probably the tightest gap out here. 231 feet. Uphill the whole way. There's an option on the left side here for a turnover backhand or a flip to flat forehand for a right-handed player. I've been liking the forehand here recently. My beat-in Opto Pioneer is perfect for this job. Yeah, skipped up to the right, rolled down a little bit. Should be a 15-footer. Did the work off the tee here on hole 11. Try to Pioneer if you haven't already. Great for forehand or backhand. Hole A is going to be our 12th hole. Unfortunately, holes 13 and 14 on the old layout are gone forever. 2 of the best par 4s on the track. So now you got to play A and B to make a full 18. Hole A is straight up the hill. It's a 261-foot par 4, but it takes a rip to get there. Pretty short, but it's uniquely uphill. I've never played a hole quite like this, other than maybe a ski resort, but for Austin, Texas, you don't get holes like this. Ripping on my Explorer here, just try to send it, get a little turn on it. Haven't thrown this hole in a while, so let's see how this goes. I think that's up there on the right side of the green. Should be a long putt at the worst. Had the power to get there, just had a little too much turn. Caught this cedar tree right here. Got an Anheuser look for eagle through the gap of the oak tree here. Oh, good angle, just needed more height there. Pretty soft par 4 here, but if you don't have a big arm, it can be tricky. A little too much turn here. Really wanted that one. Hole B plays right down the hill. We just hiked up. 325-foot par 3. Throw it flat, let the disc fade. Say a prayer to the good Lord. Hopefully you're close. This one's so far up the hill, they said don't bother bringing concrete up here, so throwing off the dirt here. This is one of those holes you have to have thrown a couple times to know where your disc is even gonna end up. Gonna go flat with my harp here, let it fade. Hopefully the tree is close to the basket, knock it down. Oh, I forgot there was a right to left crosswind out here. Fatal mistake on this hole. Probably pretty far left there, let's see. Sawed it off a little bit and that crosswind pulled me over left. Gonna have to throw a little flop shot onto the green. I think that was good. We're here on hole 12. It's gonna be our 14th hole of play. 422 feet straight down the hill. You can take it out wide, left or right, or go straight at it. Another one of those holes where it's all about the wind read and hitting your angle right. I'm gonna rip straight at it on my compass, try to have it hold and try to avoid the fade. Oh yeah, flew nicely, held over to the right, a little bit of fade back at the end. Should be putting. Gotta give myself better opportunities off the tee than that if I want to score birdies. Hole 15 is a 242-foot par 3. You got a tight technical window up the middle with a 3-headed tree to beat. A lot of people will kind of try to thwart the hole, throwing a high forehand off to the left. I'm gonna play it straight though, try to keep it pure here. For the right-hand backhand shot up the gut, the cleanest route is gonna start off on hyzer, move to flat, and then finish a little bit to the right. So you gotta go something really understable. For me, that's the speed and keystone. Oh, get in the bucket. Dang, that was a beautiful flight. Drifted down to the right. This one drops off behind the basket, so I probably don't have a good birdie putt, but gave you guys a run. Had to hoist it up over a little cedar tree there. Always tricky on 15, giving it a legit ace chance because a lot of guarded looks back there, but it was worth it. Hole 16 is a 454-foot par 4. Really technical, tight gap up the middle. Another one of those holes just like hole 3, where you can maybe get an ace or an eagle by taking an alternate route that the course designer didn't quite think about. On this one, it's the high hyzer off to the right, over the cedar trees. I hit the band one time off this basket. Been dreaming of acing it since, so let's see what we got. Ripping my rive. Let's try to get an eagle. Oh, got knocked down in the middle there. Gonna be a long look, not quite the distance I was looking for. Wanted it a little too much. Got a comebacker. Hurts to miss the eagle opportunities out here today. I really wanted to show them off to you guys. Maybe next time. Hole 17 is missing its tee sign. It's a par 3, probably in the 280-foot range or so, I'd guess. Shoot it out straight, a little bit of bend to the right. You have the pond on the right side and long here, so you can't miss there. Nice little ace run for a forehand if you can beat the cedar tree that splits the fairway. Gonna go with my Pioneer here. Oh, that had to be pretty close. Should be a birdie. Pleasantly parked for birdie with the Pioneer here. Finishing up out here at the ridge with a tough par 3. Hole 18 is 322 feet, perched on a bit of a side slope with an out of bounds pond on the left side. You want to rip it out of the gap on hyzer with something that's going to push up to flat and land gently on that hillside. For me, that's a compass. Maybe a hint more hyzer than I needed there, but it slid up to the left side. Should be putting up at the basket. Hole 18's tee shot's all about commitment, trusting your equipment, not being scared to lose a disc. I once lost 3 compasses in like a 2-week span here, so I know how that goes, but today I wasn't gonna let it happen, especially now with Old Faithful. Thanks again for joining you guys. This has been day 24 out at Austin Ridge Bible Church, a West Austin staple, semi-mountainous golf, really technical track. Tons of fun out here, beautiful views. Make sure you bring your water and a snack. We'll catch you guys for day 25 coming up tomorrow.